especially some key figures in the club have their contracts running out at the end of the season. And one notable one has to do with a player who was actually brought up from the ranks of the academy. You know, he's played through the academy ranks under 8, under 10, under 12, 14, 16, 18, even to the senior side. And we are talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold. Because in the last couple of hours, there's been quite, heavy report that Trent has agreed a deal in principle with Real Madrid. And at this point, his contract with Liverpool runs out, in the next 3 months or so, or even at the end of the season. So he, applying the Bossman rule, then he's at liberty to sign with any club of his choice. So it makes sense, if he's already signed with Liverpool, Real Madrid. But we are asking, why would Liverpool even allow, a boyhood, a player who has actually played for the club throughout his life to even leave on a free when they don't even get to cash in a penny or a pound? It doesn't really make any sense for me. You're looking at Trent Alexander-Arnold, who has been by far one of the best right backs in the last 6 years in world football. So he's been consistent for Liverpool and then also for the English national team. So there's a boy who joined Liverpool at the age of 8 after just playing in one school tournament. He gets picked up as part of the players that played so well. So there the coach just speaks to his parents. He starts training with the club. He goes through the ranks, captains the under 16 side, goes on to captain the under 18 side. All of a sudden in 2017, we see him starting a game in the UEFA Champions League for Liverpool. Steven Gerrard tips him to be a world-class player and a Liverpool legend. And then boom, years later, he's making waves. One of the best chance creators in the league, one of the best assist providers in the league. And this is a player who is of high value. And I'm asking the question, assuming Trent Alexander-Arnold had 5 years on his contract, how much do you think he'll be worth in the transfer window now? Because there's a player who is so good going forward. Yeah, people have actually questioned his ability to defend because his primary job as a defender is to defend. But yeah, we've all come to understand how the game has evolved at the point where you have your fullbacks, bumping forward and, just creating chances and making the team a bit more expansive. So those are the qualities of Trent Alexander-Arnold. And it doesn't make sense. Today we are talking about why Trent Alexander-Arnold actually turned Liverpool down to sign for Real Madrid, because chances that he could sign for the Los Blancos is close to 85%. According to the bookmakers, he's likely to join Real Madrid than to stay at Liverpool. Now, people are saying that, yeah, it's okay. He's achieved everything there is to achieve at Liverpool. He's won the league, the FA Cup, the League Cup. He's won the Community Shield. He's won the UEFA Champions League, the Super Cup. He's also gone on to win the FIFA Club World Cup. So there isn't a single trophy he's competed in with Liverpool or in Liverpool colours that he's yet to win. He's won everything there is to win, especially at club level. So somebody's saying, yeah, Trent is 26. So at age 26, then you'll be saying that, yeah, he's achieved whatever there is to achieve, as far as his Liverpool career is concerned. And don't forget that even under onslaught this season, they have a commanding 12-point lead at the summit of the table, which means that they could be winning yet another Premier League title. But then why do you think Trent would say no to his boyhood club and choose or opt to even sign for Real Madrid? So now, 3 quick things. Negotiations had broken down a couple of times because Trent, with his entourage, approached Liverpool and presented to them a couple of things they wanted to do. Okay, so one of the things was that he didn't want his contract to be extended, for just 3 years. He wanted something more than just 3 years. So perhaps a 5-6 year contract would have been okay. He set, the amount of money he had wanted to take as wages. And then also the last thing on the list was that he wanted Liverpool to name him captain after the exit of Virgil van Dijk, which is also on the cards. There's a possibility he could also leave, same as Mo Salah. So these are the things he spoke about. Give me a 5-year contract. Now increase my wages to a certain point and then also name me captain. Is this too much to ask for? Especially, for a player who has played or been a part of this club since childhood. You'll be asking, that's not too much to ask for. It's like Liverpool telling Mohamed Salah, we are not paying you £600,000 pounds a week. Looking at all the money and revenue that Mo Salah brings to Liverpool, it doesn't make sense for me. I feel you need to satisfy, the demand of this player, because we are talking about one of the best right backs in the world in the last 8 years. He's been by far one of the best, if we are being honest with ourselves. So these were the conditions from Trent Alexander-Arnold and then also his management. But unfortunately, Liverpool were being reluctant. They're still being reluctant. And looking at what's happening now, it's Madrid that's looking at capitalizing on the situation. And come on, if Madrid says they want a player, how many players say no to Madrid? So Trent is looking at the fact that, yes, there'll be quite a lot of advantages. This move to Madrid could come with so many advantages. Now, let's also look at the advantages. You join the biggest club in the world. There's a chance you win a trophy every single season. Yes, that's assured with Real Madrid. Yeah, so it's either you're winning the league or you're winning the UEFA Champions League every season. That's Madrid. With Madrid, the UEFA Champions League is more like, a bet right or something like that. So it's just quite a lot of things. The incentives are quite a lot. So it's either you're winning the league every season, you are winning the UEFA Champions League every season. Now, not just that as well. You get to play with some of the best players in the world. This is Real Madrid. You always have the best players in the world. And then he also gets to, play with his friend, his close friend. That's Jude Bellingham. You get it. And then also, he gets the chance to also write his name in the history books of Real Madrid. So we're looking at numerous advantages for Trent Alexander-Arnold, who could be joining Real Madrid. But for me, from my point of view, I think Liverpool will be the biggest losers if this should happen. If they should allow Trent Alexander-Arnold to join Real Madrid, then Liverpool get to lose. Yeah, some Liverpool fans, some scousers have been saying that, yeah, Trent can go. We've got Conor Bradley. He's one of the best right backs in the world. He's even a better defender than Trent. I don't know how true that is. Yes, Conor Bradley is a budding talent. He's got so much potential that one day he could get to the level of Trent Alexander-Arnold. But I've never seen a club throughout my life lose 3 key players in just one off season. It's never made sense to me. But Trent, on the other hand, is gradually edging towards a move to Real Madrid. And if that should happen, that would be huge. I think it's huge, not just, for the player, but then also Real Madrid. Looking at the fact that they've not consistently had their right backs available. Dani Carvajal has always been on the sidelines, and then also Lucas Vazquez has not been so consistent. So, at some points, they've been even forced to play some players, in that position. They've been forced to play, some players who are not even natural right backs, especially Federico Valverde in that position. So it's a win-win for Trent. It's a win-win situation for Trent and Real Madrid. But for me, Liverpool, I do not know what's happening. But then it's a bad move. Should this move happen, I would say that it's a no-no for Liverpool. And they are going to lose big time. They would really miss Trent. And I think that Ancelotti would have a lot to do to replace a player of Trent's caliber.